Hey, it's Scotty. I'm with Gizmo here, and I just wanted to share my experience with Vetster, the online vet. Um, I tried to get an appointment for Gizmo here with my regular vet, and there wasn't one in the next couple days that was really convenient for me, and I figured that maybe I could get what I needed handled using the online TeleVet, Vetster. So I did, and it was a pretty positive experience. So first off, what's going on is there's no emergency right now, but Gizmo's been sort of steadily losing weight. He's been doing a little bit of a kind of a sneeze, a little bit. His eyes look runny right now. And he's been pretty lethargic. Not extremely lethargic, but I've just been noticing over the last few weeks he's been napping a lot. He is at least 6. So in January, I will it will be his 5-year anniversary since he came here. For all of you longtime viewers will remember, it was January 2020 when I went to Corona and picked up him and his buddy Ron, and that was a long time ago. I really miss Ron, and they were a really good bonded pair. Remember, Ron had the chronic bumblefoot and he had a stone. We did the surgery, and then he produced another even larger stone in just 3 weeks, and it wasn't there on the x-ray before. So after Ron passed, Gizmo was paired up with Gary, which was a miracle. And we lost Gary to a massive tumor, an abdominal tumor. And so Gizmo's been through it, and I was thinking maybe he had heart disease just because of the symptoms. A few weeks ago, there was a day where he was making a kind of what we call a hooting sound. And so I thought that could be a sign of heart disease. So I got my Vetster appointment, and I'll also say, so it was going to be about $100 for the Vetster appointment. Or I was able, you could pay $10 a month, or about $100, it was like $11 a month, or a little bit more than $100 a year. And you would, with that annual subscription, you get 4 checkups or 4 vet visits included. I'm sure that there's no limit, but then you'd have to pay after that. But considering one of them costs about $100, getting essentially 3 for the price of 1 seemed like a pretty good idea. So I signed up for that. Down in the description below, I've got a link that can save 10% off. There's a link and a code, and that can save you 10% off if you wanted to try Vetster. It's definitely something worth keeping in mind. So I had the appointment, talked to the vet. The vet did not think that it was heart disease, although of course he urged me to schedule an x-ray or a sonogram or both when I can in the future. But he thought that maybe it was pneumonia or some type of respiratory infection. And I told him that he did a course of antibiotics about a month or so ago when I first heard that hooting. But he said, there's a chance that it was not the correct antibiotic, or, sometimes these things take more than a course. And he looked at him and he said he doesn't seem to see the breathing that would be associated with heart disease. And he wanted to try Baytril with enrofloxacin, which, if you just watched my last video, I said it's really common that it can have negative digestive effects. Of course, it is one of the more common prescribed antibiotics. And knowing that it can cause digestive issues, we're going to plan ahead. We're going to give him probiotics during it, at least an hour before or after antibiotics. So that's the plan. He was prescribed Baytril. I was able to get the prescription over the app because I live in California and that's something that they allow. So we'll see if it works, but I had a pretty positive experience. I did explain my experience with guinea pigs with heart disease. I explained my experience with Baytril not necessarily, or being sometimes risky. He said if I notice something within 24 or 48 hours, he's not eating, he loses appetite, his digestion is not good, then to stop. But it was nice to get that second opinion. So he prescribed 10 milligrams of the Baytril twice a day. So that's what we'll be doing. After 5 years with Gizmo, this guy has really, found a place in my heart. He is a little sick of me picking him up and checking him out, and I'm nervous that he's losing weight, but he's just a sweet kid, and I don't take it personally that he doesn't like to be held that much. He's got all of his neighbors. And, I promised Gizmo that I was going to take care of him. And I promised Gary that I would take care of him. And I'm really indebted to him for giving those boys a good friend. I gotta sneeze. Did it pass? Gizmo has a little cyst right on the top of his nose, which we're watching, we're waiting and seeing. Doesn't seem to be bothering him too much. I don't want to necessarily squeeze it or pop it because I know that would be really uncomfortable. And oftentimes they fill up again. So I just wanted to share. Vetster was a really positive experience, and we're going to hope that this course of antibiotics works for him. I weighed him. He's been a little bit underweight, although he weighed a lot more than I thought he would. He's at about 915 grams, so we'll be weighing him regularly during the course of this antibiotics. I have a video. I'll put it right here. It's about weighing your guinea pig, and coincidentally it features Ron during his illness. But a lot of people, they say, oh, I weigh once a week, once a month, but maybe one day they weigh in the morning, the next time they weigh at night. This is a video about how to get a good, accurate, and consistent weight. So check that out. Until next time, thanks for watching.